Hold on to your hats because we've got some explosive news that's about to rock the NFL world. Is Allen Lazard, the towering wide receiver who's been lighting up the league, about to don the star? That's right. Folks, rumors are swirling that Lazard might be joining America's team, and we've got all the juicy details. From secret meetings to potential game-changing impacts, this story has it all. Get ready for a wild ride as we dive into the shocking possibility that could change the face of the Dallas Cowboys offense. You won't believe what we've uncovered. Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you bleed blue and silver or are just starting to catch Cowboys fever, this is the place. If you are a die-hard fan, please make sure to subscribe for more latest news and updates of your favorite team. We've got some juicy gossip that's setting the NFL world on fire. Buckle up, because this one's a doozy. All right, let's dive right in. Word on the street is that Allen Lazard, the talented wide receiver who's been making waves in the league, might just be eyeing a move to the Dallas Cowboys. Can you believe it? I know. It sounds too good to be true, but hear me out. Now, for those of you who might not be familiar with Lazard, let me give you a quick rundown. This guy's a beast on the field. Standing at 6'5" and weighing in at 227 pounds, he's got the size and strength that would make any quarterback drool. Lazard's been making a name for himself over the past few seasons, proving he's got what it takes to be a top-tier receiver in this league. But here's where things get interesting. Lazard's currently a free agent, and rumor has it that he's been spotted in Dallas. Now, we all know what that could mean. The Cowboys have been on the hunt for some fresh talent to bolster their receiving core, and Lazard could be just the man for the job. Let's break down why this potential move could be a game-changer for the Cowboys. First off, we've got to talk about Lazard's stats. Last season, he racked up 60 receptions for 788 yards and 6 touchdowns. Those are some solid numbers, folks. But it's not just about the stats. Lazard's got that intangible quality that separates good players from great ones. He's a clutch performer, always showing up when the game's on the line. Now, imagine Lazard lining up alongside CeeDee Lamb. That's a duo that could strike fear into the hearts of any secondary in the league. Lamb's already established himself as a star, and adding Lazard to the mix could take this offense to a whole new level. We're talking about a potential nightmare for opposing defenses. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. While the rumors are flying, we've got to remember that nothing's set in stone yet. The Cowboys aren't the only team that's likely to be interested in Lazard's services. There are plenty of other squads out there who could use a receiver of his caliber. So, what's driving these rumors? Well, it all started when a few eagle-eyed fans spotted Lazard at a popular Dallas restaurant. Now, that might not seem like much, but in the world of NFL gossip, it's practically a signed contract. Of course, Lazard could have just been in town for a nice meal, but where's the fun in that explanation? Adding fuel to the fire, there have been reports that Lazard's agent has been in talks with the Cowboys front office. Now, we all know how tight-lipped Jerry Jones and company can be when it comes to potential signings, but the buzz around this one is too loud to ignore. Let's take a moment to consider what Lazard could bring to the Cowboys offense. We've already talked about his size and strength, but it's his route-running ability that really sets him apart. Lazard's got a knack for finding the soft spots in zone coverage, and he's not afraid to go over the middle and make those tough catches. That's exactly the kind of player that could thrive in Mike McCarthy's offense. Speaking of McCarthy, let's not forget that he and Lazard have a history together. McCarthy was the head coach of the Packers when Lazard first entered the league as an undrafted free agent. While their time together in Green Bay was brief, you've got to wonder if that connection could play a role in bringing Lazard to Dallas. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. But what about our current receivers? Don't we already have enough talent? And you're not wrong. The Cowboys do have a solid group of pass catchers. But in today's NFL, you can never have too many weapons. Adding Lazard to the mix would give Dak Prescott another reliable target, especially in those crucial red zone situations. Let's talk money for a second, because we all know that's going to be a factor in any potential deal. Lazard's coming off a one-year, $3.5 million contract with the Jets. Given his performance and potential, he's likely looking for a bit of a pay raise. The question is, are the Cowboys willing to open up their wallet to bring him in? That's where things get tricky. The Cowboys aren't exactly flush with cap space at the moment. They've got some big contracts on the books, and they'll need to do some creative accounting if they want to make a splash in free agency. But if there's one thing we know about Jerry Jones, it's that he's not afraid to make bold moves when he sees an opportunity to improve his team. Now, let's play a little game of what if. Suppose Lazard does end up signing with the Cowboys. How does that change the dynamic of the NFC East? We're talking about a division that's already one of the most competitive in the league. The Eagles are coming off a Super Bowl appearance. The Giants are on the rise, and even the Commanders are showing signs of life. Adding a player of Lazard's caliber could be just what the Cowboys need to separate themselves from the pack. But it's not just about the division. The Cowboys have their sights set on bigger goals. This is a team that's been knocking on the door of the Super Bowl for years now. Could Lazard be the missing piece that finally pushes them over the top? It's an exciting thought for Cowboys fans to consider. Of course, we can't ignore the potential downsides. Lazard's had some injury issues in the past, missing a few games here and there throughout his career. The Cowboys would need to be confident in his durability before making any kind of long-term commitment. There's also the question of how he'd fit into the locker room culture. The Cowboys have a strong team identity, and any new addition needs to buy into that mentality. As we wait for more concrete news, it's worth considering the ripple effects this potential signing could have across the league. If the Cowboys do land Lazard, it could set off a domino effect in the wide receiver market. Other teams who are eyeing Lazard might have to pivot to different targets, potentially driving up the price for other free agent receivers. So, what's the bottom line here? Is Allen Lazard really on his way to joining the Dallas Cowboys? At this point, it's all speculation. But let me tell you folks, where there's smoke, there's often fire. The pieces seem to fit. The Cowboys need another reliable target for Dak Prescott. Lazard's looking for a new home where he can showcase his skills. And let's face it, who wouldn't want to play for America's team under the bright lights of a TNT stadium? As always, we'll be keeping a close eye on this developing story. You can bet that if there's any official announcement, we'll be the first to bring it to you. In the meantime, let me know what you think in the comments below. Would Lazard be a good fit for the Cowboys? How much should they be willing to pay to bring him in? And what other moves do you think the team needs to make to get over the hump and back to the Super Bowl? All right, that's all for now, folks. This is your boy, signing off. Keep those stars in your eyes. And remember, how about them Cowboys?